man, give me a better angle, man. Where are you shooting me from? Am I missing something here? Should I turn this way?
You sitting there. That's how you get in. See? You sit in between.
Oh man.
Terrible.
You don't know to sit there, Keith.
Okay. Okay. Where do I normally sit?
I like a little bit more that way.
Between both of them signs.
Yeah.
On the back.
Yeah.
Right there. Now I can see both sides.
I hate my life. Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Parris. I'm actually in the studio. Debo had called me and he said, hey, you got the option. You can do video. I'm like, dude, I'm out in the weather now. So.
And you know what? We actually had a caller. She didn't want to go on the radio, but she said she called in and she was actually thanking us for pushing through the snow and coming out to actually give them information that they need. And she was like, that it really means a lot. I hung up and said some words to myself.
You and self again.
Me, myself,
and I. Yeah, we have a lot of conversations. But I just want to tell that young lady, hey, thank you for that, because that means a lot. Because, pressing through this snowmageddon was crazy, man. Sliding all over the place, getting stuck. But, we do it for the peoples because we love the people. We got to give the peoples what they want. Ain't that the OJ song?
Yeah, I should get hazardous duty pay.
Right. Got to get a peoples what they want.
There is a paycheck attached to this. So. Good morning. Hey, Clark, how are you, man?
I'm all right.
Good. Right out. What's happening?
Man, I am doing great, man. I actually, is really grateful, man, because around this time last year is when my daughter was actually shot.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful that she's doing well, because it could have been the anniversary of something sad and terrible, but I'm grateful, and I take nothing for granted, man. Take nothing for granted. So, yeah, man, I'm doing great. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
So how was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was great, man.
Sorry I missed you.
Y'all, man, listen, we had a time, man, at the track house. We had a time.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we got Lamar Franklin's repass was Friday. Yeah. So it started at 4:30. I got there at 4:45, and man, it was packed. And then I talked to somebody, said they were there, man, late.
Jesus.
Yeah, they were late. So, and then I had to do something, and then I got over to our mixer there at Summer 85. Let me tell you, man, and I didn't get a chance. I talked to the owner's wife. Okay. But man,
it's excellent.
That's a nice spot.
Yeah.
That's a very nice spot. And it's based on the 80s. So,
nice.
The music is 80s.
Yeah.
And he was showing Enter the Dragon.
Oh, Bruce Leroy?
Upstairs?
No. Bruce Lee.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
Upstairs? He was showing that upstairs?
Yeah. They had Enter the Dragon and what else? And then they were showing videos. So they had Michael Jackson, the videos from the 80s.
Oh, nice.
And really nice layout. The food looked like nice portions.
So are they open every day?
Yes, they open at 4:30 every day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's nice. AKA Sisters was having a party. I thought I saw this pink and green. They were upstairs. Oh. And so they had a little party there. There was some people there. I got a chance to talk to Brian Verdine and his sons, and that was a great conversation. Nice. So yeah, I did that. I'm not a celebrity.
Why you say that?
Nobody recognized me when I came in.
Hey, but that's actually a good thing, man.
I'm no Michelle Bryant. People come, oh, Michelle.
Oh, man, that's a good thing because you can navigate through the city without any issues, man.
Yeah, but it's amazing when people do know you.
Yeah, because I hate it, man. Everywhere I go, man. I hate it, man. Just people want to know who I am.
Want to know
Right. You caught it.
who I am?
You caught it. Everywhere I
Go.
people want to know.
Oh man. But and then I preached yesterday.
Nice. How did that go?
You can't ask me.
Oh, yeah. So you got to ask the people, so.
And don't ask them because they're nice. Oh, he pray for him.
Well, you know, but let the Lord use you.
Pray for him. DJ was at church yesterday.
What?
So I got a chance to see DJ.
That's what's up. D Jizzle was running though, man.
I came up to him. He had his Bible. I said, "Hey, Deacon."
Whoa.
He said, "Yeah, man. I bring." I said, "Man, put their Bible apps out there." He said, "No, I'm old school."
Oh.
I said, "Okay, old school."
All right, DJ, that's what's up.
Yeah, but DJ was there yesterday. Some of the family members were there yesterday. So,
do you think you can talk DJ into giving me my fade, man?
dude, I don't know why y'all had this death wish.
Can you
I mean,
talk
you
him
know,
into it, man?
sometimes just
So I can show y'all?
accept the reality.
All right, man.
You too old to be.
All right.
All right.
Hey, man, listen, if you take care of yourself and work out and run every
There's
now
a whole
and
lot of
again,
dudes I see your age in boots.
yeah.
Oh, they in boots.
And I
man.
don't mean comeback boots.
No, not combat boots, not Timmy's. You know, they in boots, that medical boot, because you know you just can't do.
Man, listen. Look, we can play up to 11. And I'm not a gambling man, but I'll put some money on myself though.
Sound like you're gambling, man.
It could be.
You gambling with injuries.
Say that's what it is. No, man, you know, I just gotta show this young buck that just because you up in age, man, that you never forget how to be a winner. You know,
Man,
for me,
I was
winning.
getting ready to go and tell Rhonda she could go back to Target.
I was like,
I'm
it
so
ain't over.
glad I didn't tell her. 'Cause I was getting like, you know, you go back to Target now. No, you cannot go back to Target. The boycott is still on.
So
Okay.
So when do it supposed to end?
I don't know. I guess when they get to 250 million, I think
So where they at now?
they want them to invest 250 million
Oh.
back into black banks. I guess he said 3 of the 4 points. But yeah, I was getting all excited. I was going like, because I drive by Target and I looked to see who was on the parking lot. I'm wondering who's supporting this boycott. And Jamal Bryant got out and said it was over. The sister said, "It ain't over." Is that Kurt Franklin?
Yeah,
It ain't over. It ain't over. So sorry, Rhonda. I know you wanted. I know you wanted to no, it's still not over because you know that's Rhonda's spot.
Wow.
She loved Target. So that was now I don't know how many of y'all still are anybody boycotting or anybody. That boy is so articulate. Is anyone still boycotting McDonald's?
Do you think?
No, man. I mean,
I don't think they know.
what about you? I mean, you still going?
I stopped going to McDonald's.
You stopped going. What about you, Ryder?
Oh, I go.
Yeah, I you know what, man? Y'all pray for me, man, because I'm just, you know, when they said a Negro ain't. Yeah, so I use Kennedy as an excuse.
That's a good excuse.
I use Kennedy as an excuse.
She want a Happy Meal.
Yeah. I wouldn't be going, but baby want a Happy Meal.
But you know what, Keith? My grandkids, they really have Wendy's in McDonald's.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, serious. They really.
I
said I would mention McDonald's and no Wendy's.
She, you know, because Rhonda had explained to her about the boycott and everything, and she was over, and I've been looking. Now, I did get a chance to try the Big Arch, that new burger they have.
Oh yeah, I tried
It is. It's greasy
It's greasy and it's salty.
and salty, and then you got a lot going on in that sandwich. You know, the whole genius behind the Big Mac was like it was this messy experience. They don't make Big Macs as messy as they used to be,
Right.
and that was the whole thing. And then it would almost be your rite of passage when you got your first quarter pounder or you got your first Big Mac, right? I mean, you graduated then. You know, you walking with the big dogs, and so I tried it. It was okay. Now, I did try the new and improved Whopper. It is really good.
I haven't tried that,
It's
and
good.
I wanted to try that. Okay,
It's
good.
good.
Well,
I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna go try it.
You know what? When y'all say about that Big Arch is greasy and salty,
Yeah.
you know what that for, right?
Mm-hmm.
For them late nights,
Oh yeah. When you
leaving the
drunk.
bar drunk. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just
the
reading
meat
in the-
tastes funny.
Just
man.
reading in the comments here, just cancel the next show and keep going. Not my program.
Wait, somebody said that?
Man, I came out in the snow. Y'all gonna cancel me?
Who said that?
It's Happiness Donuts. It says just cancel the next show and keep going.
No, man.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't see that up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, well, I want to thank everybody for joining the program today.
You know what? You know what? I got a service announcement. I have a complaint.
Okay.
Why?
Were you here Friday? Because we do that. That's called Haters Nation.
I gotta do this one, Keith.
Okay.
I have to do this one. I had to do this one. Why did every time I go to Popeye, they fry the chicken?
Why do you keep going when you know?
No, but I went to the
It's
one.
your fault.
Listen,
You know they gonna run out
wait.
of something.
Wait, but I went to the one on Miller Parkway. They ran out.
But what's the name of it?
But you know what? now that one over there, that's what, National?
Yep.
Yeah.
National, yes,
It's
either
a
National
National-
Greenfield.
National.
Green.
Every time I go over there, they give me extra chicken. So that's why they didn't have me when you got there.
Keith got it all.
I got all the extra chicken. Because I went over one time, it was, and the only reason why I get a 12 pieces so we get as many thighs as possible, right?
That part, yeah.
Man, I walked out there with 24 pieces of chicken.
Is that why they
White
run
meat?
out?
White
12.
You got white or dark?
No, I got just
This is
regular
mixed.
Yeah,
Okay.
And it was like they always, I don't know, maybe because of that experience I had with the KFC over on North Avenue.
Oh,
And remember, they was
Yeah.
like 40 minutes from closing, and they didn't have any chicken.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll go to Popeyes on Miller Parkway.
Yeah.
And man, I went over there. They gave me so much chicken. I was walking out there with 2 bags of chicken. I only paid for one of them.
Wow.
But guess what time this was?
What time?
This was at 4:30.
Oh, you
Yeah,
probably
at
had
noon.
rush shifts. Yeah.
4:30.
Yeah.
This is Saturday.
Well, wait a minute. Who? Oh, I was going to say who buy chicken at 4:30, but okay, 4:30 on a Saturday. All right. You know, it's like who be putting gas in their car at 3 a.m, Keon.
Dude, wait. I saw this dude, speaking of gas, Keith. This guy came to the gas station. I'm filling up, just to make sure the car started in the morning. This dude this is no lie, bro. He put $3 in his car. He had a $10 bill. He said, you put 3 in and give him $7 change.
I got 5 on.
Doc, look, me and the clerk, I looked at the clerk, said, where's this cat going,
To
man?
the next gas
To
station.
the next pump. You going to the next pump. Listen, dude, you ain't going
Some
nowhere.
6 blocks away.
Man, not that.
And then you know what's crazy? Do you know that the faster you drive, the more gas
Of
you burn?
course, yeah, because you pushing and burning.
Yeah, you burning more gas. And this weather shows you the importance of great tires.
Yeah, because
Sure will.
the more you push on your gas to accelerate, your tires are spinning. And if you bald out here, you burning gas and going nowhere. Because man, I saw people spinning out on Capitol, man, just going in circles, man. Like I felt bad for them. Like, yeah, y'all ain't going nowhere no time soon.
All right, so so Clark, you're suggesting that you don't buy chicken at 4:30 on a Saturday
In the evening.
in the evening.
Well, they ain't
Yes.
open in the morning, Jack.
But
Well, they open at what, 10:30?
Yeah, but not 4:30.
And you know what? That's the other thing. When you open and the chicken ain't ready.
Dude.
Okay, wait a minute. That's Friday. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey man, I'm about to join you on this train of love here. I got
Man,
some place, too.
I and you don't want to say people's,
Peoples. Yeah.
but
You
boy,
can.
Yeah.
no, I
whoever
don't want to. I
doing
don't
the
want to be
order.
pejorative
Whoever
and
doing the
put it
order.
all on all of us. But it just seems to me that if you sell chicken, the one thing you should never run out of is chicken.
Especially your chicken joint.
If you're a chicken joint,
Right. Yeah.
you know, now you might run out of burgers, you know, but don't run out of
chicken, and you specialize in chicken.
right. And let me say this: there's one particular spot they never run out of coleslaw. So
You know, it's one particular spot that they never run out of chicken. And why did that chicken taste
And
different?
fish.
And fish.
You know
So-
that? You
so
right. Yeah,
why
you
did-
go.
you ain't never come up there, they ain't got it.
And I ain't never saw a truck pull up. But again, and why they chicken tastes different from they chicken, and it's all fried. Something ain't right.
I hope, I pray
Something ain't right.
that they don't fry the chicken in the same grease as
Uh,
they fry the
They
fish.
do.
They-
Some of these spots do because you can,
I hope you
like,
don't do that.
especially like the late night, like when you go get them late, you can tell because they just lazy and they just throwing them in just to get them out of there. But you get home and crack that chicken open, it's like, man, this tastes like it's been fried in fish grease, and it's the worst taste
Yes, it
ever,
is.
man. It's terrible.
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't. Now, if we're talking about this one particular place,
Yeah.
that's like about 4 doors from us.
Yeah, yeah.
I differ from a lot of people. Their fish is actually very good.
Now it depends because I went and got. It's supposed to have been cat. Doc, that was not
This guy.
catfish.
You know what I preached about yesterday?
What was that?
Conspiracy.
With a Q.
With a Q. Exactly. I'm just waiting. Here we go.
Doc, I'm
Now, I
telling
know
you,
they
man.
tell you it's catfish, but that ain't catfish.
No.
It's catfish,
Wait, but
man.
why? Well, why
Especially the steak catfish.
no, but when you fry it and then you open it up to eat it, it was no catfish inside. It was all crust and flour.
Well, that's catfish.
Man.
Just ain't a lot of
It
it.
ain't
Just a lot of
fish.
breading. Well, you know, when Victor's did their fish fry, you know, that kind be battered. I mean, it'd be a whole lot of batter. My buddy didn't like it. He said, "Man, there's too much batter on here." So some people do that, but I you know, and I know people got some issues. We got ethnic tensions
Yeah.
and people, but you can say what you want to say, man. That fish is good.
Man, that's alligator.
And every time I take it, you know, ain't nothing left.
Of course.
All right.
So do you get the steaks or you get the fillet?
I like the fillets.
Okay.
One time I bought fillets and they gave me steaks, but people still ate the steaks.
Yeah. Now the steaks, I like the steaks because anything with bones in it, you know, is real.
Yeah, but you know, like the fillet is how they cut it.
I know, but
Because there is a piece of beef and it's where it comes from, like it's how they cut it. And so what you get in terms of the meat, and I know a lot of us can't afford beef now.
Okay.
like, man, they don't like no drama.
Dude, that's crazy, man. They got and the cattle folks have been very purposeful, where they thin the herds, so then they make it a scarcity, which then brings up the prices. And man, so a whole lot of chicken is really cheaper now. Wings have finally come down because
why
during
is that?
COVID, man, chicken wings was, ooh.
Yeah, and that was tripping me out because it was a shortage on chicken wings, but we still had legs and thighs and breasts.
Well,
but it
because
was a shortage on
chicken wings is the most popular part of the chicken now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it used to be like, man, if you got the wing, you was really po.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, but now, man, it's the chicken wings, and part of our whole Black History Month. Remember, there was a guy who believes in Buffalo.
Yeah,
He invented the buffalo wing.
yeah.
you
yeah.
know. And then there's another group out there who said they invented
They
the
stole
buffalo
it from that
wings.
dude.
So, all right. So there's let's see. So Monday's mumbles.
So Monday bumble. Yeah.
So yeah, that is a pet peeve. I don't know how you have a restaurant as your specialty and you don't have the thing you specialize in, unless there was just a run on your store.
Well, no.
I mean, I understood why they ran out of the chicken sandwich because it was so popular.
Man, people was
And
fighting over
people,
that thing,
yeah, man, people. And I'm gonna tell you something. That is a good chicken sandwich.
It is.
It's a good
I had
chicken
it.
sandwich. It you know, and let me say, it was a brother who on his blog had put out that he had tried the chicken sandwich, and man, it was just like wildfire. It just took off, man. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. I wanted to
You calling in about Popeyes?
yeah, I'm calling in about Popeyes and JJ's and all the rest of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, listen,
The flow is yours.
I heard you talking about JJ's. Well, you didn't actually mention it by
didn't
name.
mention
Hold on,
anything.
let me get it correct.
All right. All right.
You didn't mention nothing by name. I got that. That's me. However, if you want to practice DEI, okay, if you really want to practice DEI, you would definitely boycott those guys, because first of all, you talk about filet and steak. The only way you know you're not getting that swai, which is the Chinese catfish, that's not the river cat that me and you were growed up on, is that you do get the steaks, the horseshoes preferably. Okay? Now listen, the thing is, man, that those people come into the community, when they first came in, they hired a bunch of brothers, right? Brothers and sisters. Everybody just knew that they were going to be able to, can you hear me, man? I'm breaking up.
Yes, sir.
They hired a bunch of brothers and sisters. We give them the recipe all across the country. And guess what? They got rid of all of them. And guess who they got in there now? Mexicans. But the Arabs own it. The Iranians are behind it.
No,
not
they're Palestinian.
Well, the Palestinian. What's the difference, brother?
There's a difference. Persians are Asians. Palestinians are Palestinians. It's Palestinians. And JJ started in Chicago.
Sure did.
Right. But they're all over the country, because I go a lot of places. I see them, Docs. You got Docs. You got Big Sharks. All of these guys are collaborated together. It's a collaboration, a conglomerate, I should say, a conglomerate operation. That's because in some places they say we're saturated with JJ's fish, so they come up with another name, Big Sharks. Okay, now we're saturated with Big Sharks. We come up with Doc's Fish and Chicken.
So what's the alternative, man?
The alternative, man, is that's what we need to be boycotting, because guess what? We talk about these people that
where do I get my fish from?
that we don't want.
Where do I get my fish from?
Well, you get your fish from out your kitchen and pick and save.
Oh,
okay, and then if you want to, you go to
there
Red
are no
Snapper.
more pick and save. So where do I get my fish?
You go to Red Snapper. You go to a lot of these other places that's got fish that's
where they changed their name. They're
not.
Yeah, they doing very well.
I mean, you go to Center Street Fish Market.
Center
I mean, let's
Street?
be realistic. You can go to the bar that you was just talking about. Well, Archie's, I mean, not Archie's, they changed it over to Victor's, but I don't know about that.
But
I do know that
Victor's is
there's
closed. They sold. Yeah.
places that you can go to that you don't have to participate right there, and where you can see a variety of different people working there in those locations.
Well, the question has to be, Meech, if you started off hiring brothers and the brothers are no longer there, what do you think that was?
Well, don't tell me that we didn't want the jobs, because you got people that are filling out applications right now to be hired. I tell you what,
you can want the job, but how are you doing the job?
Yeah, you're doing the job.
No, I'm just asking, how you doing the job?
We did it good. We did it good enough to get their butts in here after they went to.
I'm not going to mention another spot that has great corned beef, and they didn't hire the family up in there, and this is the most disorganized ghetto kind of like, wow, come on now. I'm not being pejorative.
Okay,
I'm just saying, because then I can go to Velma's and I'm gonna shout them out. Man, excellent service. The corned beef is great. So
hold on, you just shouted out who?
Velma's.
Where is that at?
Velma's is on 76th Street. They have one over on Teutonia.
Yeah.
Okay, now who asked? I haven't tried it. I'm glad you told me. We'll go try it.
Black owned and operated.
Okay,
it's fire too. It's fire.
So what's the problem with going there to get your corned beef?
There's no problem.
Okay, so
but the other spot I mentioned really do have great corned beef,
but they just
it's just terrible, man. And I don't know what it is about when it's us, and we don't.
Brother, when you go to get soul food, you get the soul with it, okay?
It depends on
When
where you go.
you're going to get black folk stuff, you're going to get black all the way around. So black folk, we just black folk, man. And it's just what it is.
That's what it is. We just black folks.
We black folk. So if you go there, don't expect for me to say, "Oh, how may I help you? Please close the door, sir."
Yeah,
No,
I
I'll
do
help you with the
expect
door.
that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I
Yeah.
expect that?
Well, you know why? Because when you come to black folk, you're getting the whole deal. You want to experience the black culture.
No, I don't. I want good
What
food
would
and
you
good
go to the white
service.
man and get you some chicken?
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Tompkins on Greenfield.
Oh, I've never been there.
Oh my God, good chicken. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Those are one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. So because you're black, I have to settle for ignorance? Absolutely not. Now, I'm not going to put this place on blast, but I went and got some fish from one of these places he was talking about. And they took 2 fillets and broke them in half and said it was a 4-piece when it was 2 fillets.
They cut it down the middle, didn't
No, they just broke it. You can see they broke it. And they said it was a 4-piece when it was just 2 fillets. The other thing we got to stop doing, because it's black, we should be okay with this low standard. Absolutely not. If I'm spending my money with you, I don't want to hear what's up. What's up? You want to order? I should not have to deal with a $10 2 for $5 half pint Amsterdam type of mindset. If I come to a place, I want to feel good about spending my money. And just because they black, does that mean they can cook? Because there's a whole couple black restaurants right here, and they'll get ran through the ringer because the food tastes like trash, and the respect is horrible. Just like at Speedway when that big girl lay all across the counter, and you say, "Let me speak to the manager," and they charge you almost $40 for something that's tougher than crackling. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Speedway. And everybody got their face fit. And they serve you less. I'm glad you don't got no veneers, because you're going to need a set after they done. Because them ribs is harder than most divorces and marriages. And I will not go back. Have a good day.
I hear wrong, bro.
No, well, I'll tell you. I always wondered, do you go over after church?
Yes, I went over one time and haven't been back, man.
Oh man, I think that's the other piece of it. Everybody's giving you less for more. Everybody's giving you less for more. I mean, that is, I saw this when we were going to the micro suits.
Yeah.
Those really tight suits.
Yeah.
They're using less material, but they still charging you either the same price or more.
So let me ask you, so going to these soul food places, black owned, what was the most money you ever spent for getting dinner for 2 people?
It depends on what I got.
Yeah.
So just like a rough.
It could be now today.
Yeah.
It'd be about $40.
I spent $75, bro.
What'd you get?
Unbelievable. Fried
How many
salmon.
sides you get?
No, listen, fried salmon, and it comes with 2 sides. So I got mac and cheese and yam, and then I got an extra order of mac and cheese, right? My son got an 8-piece chicken wing and some fries. 70-something bucks, bro.
So, how big was the salmon? Was it?
The salmon was but it was a nice size, but Doc, for $70-something.
So see, and that's what happens with this. Is one of the reasons why JJ's prices are so competitive is the very thing Meech talked about. They have a conglomerate of folks, and so they're purchasing.
Yeah.
Where if you look at a smaller black restaurant,
Exactly.
they're spending more,
Yeah.
so they're going to pass that cost on
To
to
the
you,
customer, yeah.
right? I mean, so that's just that's the
It's the ways of the
cost
world.
of doing business, man. And when you kind of go in, it's like it's when you go to a Mexican restaurant, it's rare to see a lot of Mexicans sitting in the restaurant because they eat it at home.
Yeah.
Same thing with like soul food. Now, I'm gonna tell you, and they have yet to disappoint. if I want some collards, I go to Speakwing, and those collards be man.
It's a spot on Capitol, man. 92nd and Capitol. You guys got to try out, man. They soul food is unbelievable.
Really?
You talking about,
They haven't missed.
All right, well, let's do this. I'm gonna get the caller.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna go break. Oh, they hung up anyway.
Well, no, that's because of how they.
And then for me, I'm blessed because my wife is such an excellent cook, and she's still cooking. So it's kind of hard, for something to be considered good from other folks, because I'll bring some in and ask Rhonda, what do you think? She go, it's okay. And I'm going, with Rhonda, they're not you, right? Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, how you fellas doing?
I'm doing all right.
Snowy Monday morning. Golf courses open over the weekend. Now they sledding on the golf courses. But anyway, I wanted to say something about. I heard Meech was talking about the fish and everything. I was down at Center Street Fish Market last week, and I think they have a for sale sign up. I don't want to speak for them, so it's kind of hard to trade with our people when they, shutting down. And I know their ceiling is not as high as, like you just talked about when they got these families like the Greek restaurants and these J&Js and so on and so forth, when they buy in bulk and everything like that. Even like Miss Stowers, they're at the gas station. I'm glad they're still black owned and everything. Trade with them. Of course, they're going to be a few cents higher. I know we're talking about food, but at the same time, I'm just talking about, us as, black people, to get us other black people to trade with, us and, and so, I just wanted to, bring that up about Center Street Fish Market, though. How you been doing, though, Keith?
I've been good, man. How are you?
Yeah, pretty well, man. Pretty well.
Good.
Yeah. I just want to comment on that. All right, thank you, bro. All right, power to the people.
All right. Listen to Community Voice. Phone lines open 414-444-5250. I know a whole lot of folks at home because we don't see any traffic. So, hey, phone lines open. What's on your mind? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
with your host, Keith Parris.
All right, welcome back to Community Voice, and okay, and all right. I'm calling in order. They tell you to be ready. Oh man, this really elicited some. Can I get a little? Am I on? Okay, there you go. Boy, let me read this one, caller. I'm gonna get you, but hold on. It says, "How about you call in an order?
Oh my God.
They tell you to be ready in
Oh,
15 to
my
20
God.
minutes. You get there, and then they say it's not ready. So while you're waiting, you overhear them telling another customer they're out of what you ordered.
Yes, that just happened. Dude, whoever wrote that just happened to me.
I go back and ask, and then they say they should have told you we were out of that when you called, I'm assuming. They said, I'd like to cancel and get a refund. They didn't know how to refund my money. So I had to order something else.
Oh, man.
I love all African people.
Doc, that just I promise you, that just happened to me. I called my order in. It was 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I called my order in. I got there 20, 30 minutes later, and the guy say to me, it was unbelievable. Sir, we don't have any sweet potatoes ready. Do you want anything else? No, my mouth is set on the sweet potatoes. This is what I want. How long is it going to take? About 20 minutes. This is the honest God truth, Keith. I sat there for 20 minutes. This cat came back to the window and said, hey, man, no, we sorry, man. You're going to have to get something else, man, because they still peeling the sweet potatoes. Man, I sat here it's been a total of 40 minutes, almost an hour, waiting on this food. But you try to support your kind, but it's crazy. And then they talk to you crazy from behind the glass. Well, man, y'all should cook at home. Well, if we cooked at home, you wouldn't have a job, brother. How you gonna say y'all should cook at home? I swear to God, man. I swear to God. He said y'all should cook at home. I almost pulled it through the glass. You gonna tell me to cook at home, brother. You come cook at my house. I don't want to cook at my house.
There's so much wrong with that. Oh, welcome to the program. I don't even know where to start with that. Oh, man. And then have an attitude on top of it. Ain't that whoa, that's so, oh, man, my people. Caller, welcome to the program.
Oh, the last caller sounded like it was a joke. I can't believe someone would do such a thing. But I called to talk about the catfish. Al was right on time. They will cut a catfish fillet in half, and sometimes it is not catfish. It's something similar, but it's not catfish. I want what I paid for, not nothing less. So I think that's a terrible thing, and that should not be allowed. And as much as we talk about it, maybe whoever I don't think there's any regulations to that anymore. But I think it's just terrible. I can't fathom that when a person have a business and they would do something like that. Because if you order something and they give you something else, you might be allergic to what they're giving you.
Right. And I think that if that is the case, that's false advertising. They're supposed to let you know. If it's catfish, it's supposed to be catfish. And I think traditionally, I could always remember growing up eating catfish. It was always steak. That whole fillet thing was later, right?
Yes.
But if you grew up, it was steak. Even fish like buffalo, I can remember that was steak. So you didn't get the fillet because, again, the fillet is how they cut the fish and what you're getting in terms of the fish. But yeah, I got that. And then, of course, Keith, the bungalow and Nino's greens are better than Speed Queens. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, but Doc, I promise you, it's since Grandma died that was over at Speed Queen.
I'm now that hasn't been my experience, and really? I'm gonna tell you that because I eat one particular thing. I've never really. My mother back in the day, well, my mom always ate shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hey DJ, this is a story. So when my mom was still, they were still going out, they would go and get a little something after they go to wherever they went, and she'd come home. And so in the morning, we wake up and there still be some
leftovers.
leftover shoulders. So that's how I got turned on the shoulders. My mom said one day, we said, Mama, because kids always begging, Mama, can I have some? And we just begging. And we just be begging. And then one day my mama got frustrated. She said, I bet you if I brought some SH in here, you want. And I go, yeah, if it's yours.
Because obviously you like it. I want to like what you like, Mama.
You had it, Mama, so it must be good. But no, I mean, and then, like I said, when you can talk about the whole business models that people have, a lot of times, though, Black businesses are undercapitalized. And because they're undercapitalized, then they're making shortcuts. But
they don't have to treat you like that, though.
Now, that's the other piece of it. See, that's the thing. And if somebody said you should cook at home,
I couldn't believe
and
that,
you don't understand that, brother, the reason why you in business is because I didn't cook at home.
And I came to patronize your
restaurant.
Establishment.
Right.
But for you to tell a paying customer,
because
you were frustrated.
A paying customer anymore.
Oh no, I ain't. Doc, this just happened, and I said to myself, they will never see my face. I actually said, after he said that, I said, man, do you know what? I'm gonna make sure I do my due diligence as a paying customer to let other people that I know, that I told about this place, to not ever come back to this place.
And that's the piece that maybe they don't understand. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
That's
how I found out.
It's like when I told you about Archie's.
And I went up there and tried it, and I was blown away.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the service is good. Now, people gonna go, well, I'm just saying, but there's certain things that you go, certain spots that you go to. And again, that's why let me shout out Velma's, because I was impressed with what they did. I went through the little drive-through. Now I ordered it.
Right.
And the order, and they say, here's when the order is ready. Yeah. Now there's a young lady who works down at Speed Queen. She is so good. Her customer service is so good. I mean, she relates well. There's another sister. She moved in back, so she must be the manager of the thin sister.
Yeah.
She was
cool.
right. I
super
mean,
cool, yeah.
So I mean, people need to understand that's part of the bottom line. And can I even expand this to your churches?
Yeah.
How you make people feel when they come into that space becomes a long way. That's always talk about Lamb of God, Pastor Christopher Boston, how those folks make you feel good coming off the parking lot. Because there's this whole idea of customer service. They were talking about, I don't know whose funeral, I don't know if it was Jesse Jackson's funeral, and they was talking about, they need a mean usher. Now, how you know that there's certain people that you got the mean usher?
I mean, because that's real life. Because I know of something. You walk in churches and people, they don't know who you are. So you come in and you can't stand here. And I'm here because I'm a musician, so I'm waiting for to go. Pretty much. That's pretty much what you said. I'm gonna go stand over there. Well, hold on. You know what? How about I don't play? How about that? Right. How about I don't play? How about that?
They did some great commercials for the Academy Awards last night. They did some very good commercials, and they had one commercial. They're doing The Devil Wears Prada. They're doing a remake of that with Meryl Streep, and they were selling lipstick. So this woman comes in. The person don't know who she is, and she telling them to line up with everybody else and everything, and give her the lipstick, and she puts on the lipstick, and then finally someone comes in and recognizes who this woman is. She's the spokesperson, right? So the boss looks and the person who did it looks at her. He said, "I guess I'm so." She said, "Yeah, you so fired." Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
What's happening?
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I've been listening to you guys like really, really sporadically, but at least when I can get the chance to. But after hearing today's some of the commentary, I think what is essentially our Achilles heel as a people, especially here in America, is the Willie Lynch syndrome that our people, us as a people, suffer from.
some of you might call it colorism or whatnot, but it's a plantation mentality for the most part. Slave master has instilled his mind into our people, and then there are those who look down their noses at other people who reflect them. And in science, it's opposites attract, like repels. So since we have been taught to hate each other, it's so very easy for I experienced it myself on a daily basis. It's so easy for us to have contempt for one another because it has been justified, it has been glorified, it has been marketed, it has been commercialized to hate on Black people just because for whatever reason that this person outside of Black people might have. But us as a people, this is the training, the mental disposition that was beat into Black people, and it has become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you have to be able to spot it when you encounter that. And some of us may even suffer from it, who might think that they are conscious or are aware. Because when you start talking about when you start talking like that, it becomes more about that individual. You have become an exclusive-minded person, and you have not considered the we or the us. And ultimately, it all has to do with Willie Lynch, the thinking that he instilled or taught the slave masters' children how to instill into Black people. And Black people do this even unconsciously to one another because you've been taught to hate yourself. So anything that looks like you're going to project that hatred onto it. Now, if you see something that looks better,
when you talk about hospitality is African. They will tell you that and certainly in Western African culture, that if I invite Debo and Jermaine and Clark and you over to my house, I'm supposed to give you the very best, even if I have to take out a loan to be able to provide you with the best service. This ain't got nothing to do with Willie Lynch. This has everything. No, it has everything to do with how you raised in your household. If you're not raised in your household,
Mr. Parris,
if you're not raised with respect in your household, Brother Christopher, then that's what's extended.
Well, Mr. Parris, what if the parents weren't taught properly, Mr. Parris? It creates a continuum, and it doesn't matter to me.
How do you talk? First of all, the fact that you have to be taught to be nice is problematic, and that you should be respectful.
Well, maybe
is
you have to be,
because those same folks expect
maybe
respect.
You have to be reminded that you should be nice.
I'm
Mr.
not
Parris,
going to.
I was raised in a household where two parents were present. That don't mean I was nice all the time.
But it's what you were taught in that household. Like in my household, we were always taught to say thank you.
My parents were properly prepared.
Did they tell you? Did they teach you how to say thank you?
They whooped my ass, Mr. Parris. That's why I say thank you, Mr. Parris.
Okay, well then they taught you.
There wasn't no rod.
Hard learned lesson,
Mr. Parris.
All I'm saying is you've been taught that. I've been taught that, but then there's others who haven't. That ain't really Lynch. That's just how people.
No, Mr. Parris, it's all related to our experience on the plantation. No matter what you want to counter it with or use to escape that truth, the truth and the actual fact.
Are you that way, Christopher? Are you that way,
Mr. Parris?
Are you that way? You are not that way.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
You're on the plantation.
But Mr. Parris, I have a different thinking.
Okay, and then maybe there are other people out there with different thinking.
The key word is taught.
Oh, okay.
How should they know lest they have a teacher? And how should they have a teacher except he be sent?
Okay.
And the man who will not teach you right will not treat you right.
What I'm saying is that there is a culture that has been allowed.
That's right. It's a niggerized mentality.
Wait a minute, but that wasn't always
embedded.
And it still maybe is not the case in any other situation. All if it's like when Meech was saying, well, he had brothers working when they first opened, and now they have Mexicans. Now, if the brothers were working so well, why would there be a need to hire the Mexicans?
I have no idea about that.
That's
I understand that there's a plantation, and on the plantation, the slave master will look for the route of least resistance, like water. So if these people are presenting least resistance, then I'm sure it would be easy to replace some ornery, entitled, self-righteous
I
thinking
think that
individuals.
this is a human condition. And I
It
think
is
that
a
we should,
human condition because of the slave master's presence
okay,
to present it.
but brother, you on the plantation, are you free?
No, Mr. Parris, have I ever told you that we were free? No.
No, I'm asking you.
We are emancipated individuals. I'm a part of that.
Okay.
So I'm including myself,
Last
Mr.
time I checked,
Parris.
emancipation meant free. Okay.
No, it doesn't. It does not. That's not what it means.
That's what we got.
It means free to move around, but not free in deed or in thought or in actuality.
All right. Appreciate
All
you.
right.
All right. Peace.
Keith, I have to agree with you.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I do. That is true. I don't have to, but I do. Because it is about how you're taught at home.
Right.
Because if you're taught that way at home, when you get out in public, what you know is going to come out. And that's just what
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I have to be careful not to say black people, because that becomes a universal that we're ascribing to all descendants of enslaved Africans. That's not the case. This is a business principle.
Yeah.
If you understand, one of the things they talked about over here at Perkins, is certainly when Will was alive and when Cousin Willie and Cousin Hilda was running the place, the food was great, but the service was great. They made people feel like that, and that's part of the dining experience. But we get to the point. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
So I said this yesterday. You can be in an environment, but the environment doesn't have to be in you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's certain things that this is how I start. But you go like, you know what? They serve the same food at this restaurant, but why do I like going to this one better than I like this one?
So you know what? I'm gonna put a whole different spin on it. Your gift can open up doors, but again, your character is what keeps you in the room. So it's the same way.
Where did I hear that at before, Keith?
I don't know.
No, it's.
I don't know.
Where did you? Where did we hear that before?
Well, no.
I heard that. It was in my message yesterday.
Plagiarism of some sort?
No, because everybody say that. Because it's true. Because again,
not everybody.
No, not everybody. Because everybody don't know it.
Well, because.
But that's okay, man.
Because
we digress.
When people see me. When people see me and they greet me, they are happy to greet me because of my character. Now,
they don't know your
hold on, no, because of my character. Now, some of these people know
the facade.
Nah, some of these people.
Wait.
I ain't gonna let that one go.
I'm about to answer this phone, man. Let me turn this mic on.
You should. It's about your character.
Yeah, that usher saw you. She put you up there against the wall with all your great character. Your behind was up against the wall. She didn't see it. Welcome to the program.
Devo's like, nah.
I'm going like, I'm scratching my head like whoa. Okay. Carla, welcome to the program.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
When y'all mentioned about different foods and fish, someone said I'm going to put it this way. I used to go a lot of different fish places, and why do they slice the fish? So I had a place, they sliced the fish in half, so it's very thin, but then what they do, they bread it so heavily, all I'm eating is carbs, which are not very good for you, and it's all breaded, and it's pretty much, I'm not getting anything for my money. They slice the fish in half, or it's thin. I know personally people who've done it, even at banquets. And then the fish that we talk about all the time, is most of us talk about a lot of catfish, or that's all you can find is catfish, maybe posse, or cod. And some of those are not the most healthiest fish. If you're looking for omega-3 fatty acid, they said eat so much fish and salmon a day. The thing is that they say don't fry it. They say bake it or boil it. So I do a lot of other types of fish besides catfish.
That costs more to prepare.
And we all got some money, Keith.
No, I'm just saying. Well, I ain't in anybody's pocket.
All
I'm saying is that if you,
they always act like it's a cost involved.
I had, for the first time ever in my life, I had blackened catfish.
Very good.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's excellent. I like blackened catfish. I like walleye. It's one of the top fish you can get.
One of my favorite spots.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but I'm just saying that's the other piece. Like, let's talk about this. Y'all remember Duff's?
Oh yeah. That was a smorgasbord.
Did anybody want to know how could you go to Duff's, spend $5.36 and eat all you can eat? One, that tells you about the quality of the food, right? Because they're not putting like steak. What is that? Mignon, that
Filet mignon.
filet mignon. So a lot of times when you go into certain businesses, again, and I'll say it again, their margins are very slim. The food business is probably the most difficult business because of spoilage, because you got to get the food out. I didn't even notice this brother turned me on to how do you know chicken is old? When that bone is dark, that's old chicken, right? So then you can get a sense of, but a lot of times people don't have that capital to be able to fall back on to say, here's what I'm going to be able to spend money on. And then when you raise the price,
you order smaller amounts of it. But I'm just making a basic statement about food, and the lady said something about checking stuff. Stuff don't look right sometimes. I'm not trying to be funny. You can go on Facebook, you can view it. They do have a place you can still call the health department. I called on 2 different places. So in my world, in Kathy's world, I'm not going to accept anything less than that. Check your temperature of your stuff, and check your temperature of your food and stuff, and keep it a certain temperature. If you can run a business and it costs the fact that I don't want to have a piece of catfish or ocean purse at one place, and then I go somewhere else and I get a better quality of that. I'll just stop going there. But I will call if something doesn't seem right or doesn't taste right, or people covering tags on food that expired. Take the whole tag off and rewrap it, which is still wrong. I just found that out for a place myself. I know personally because I work at one, my second job. There's a lot of stuff going on that people shouldn't be accepting. They don't know about it. You get food poisoning, you wonder why. And chicken's a big one. You can really get food poisoning. But I'm just what I call for. You can call the health department and let them know. They'll check it out. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But I'm not going to go anywhere, a grocery store or a restaurant, and accept poor quality of eating of food. It's just not going to happen in my world anymore. I pay good money for stuff. If you want to raise your price up, raise it up, or lower it down, whatever you need to do, or order less amounts of it, and train your people properly. It's videos that look on temperature of food and what you need to do. And a lot of places, I'm sure, are not doing that. And you sign a piece of paper, say, you see this video, you change your gloves on a regular basis when you're dealing with food and stuff like that, and the temperature of food, and you don't leave it all sit out. But most of those places, too, you can check with the health department to see if there's been problems with it. But I'm not going to get my fish sliced in half and you got too much breading on it. All you're tasting is oil. That's not very healthy for people. And if you're diabetic, you should eat that anyway because all those are carbs, all that breaded food. You can't go to a black place and get any kind of baked fish. I love baked fish. I like a variety of fish. So I tend to go to other places. But just look online and see what's the best quality of fish for you, okay? And orange roughy, which I don't know if all of us eat it, you should never eat orange roughy. It's got too much mercury in it. So I have studied a lot of different fish. Rainbow trout's a good fish. It's got bones in it, though. Sometimes different types of fish. And we do have a right to go out to restaurants and eat. If I don't like something, I go to another place. I'm not going to run home and cook it. I don't like cooking fish at home, but I will bake it at home once in a while. But that's what I was just saying. You can go to a health department, put a complaint in, and let them check it out. I found a place that's always having dogs in there. I called. I'm going to check back on Wednesday and see what they did, because you cannot have a dog inside of a place unless it's a health dog.
Thing.
Okay.
I know a man came into a place with a snake around his neck in a grocery store one day.
All right.
He was asked to leave.
And another thing.
Appreciate you. You're listening to Community Voice. Phone lines are open.
Another thing.
414-444-5250. 414-444-5252.
And another thing.
We're going to take a break. I'm sorry, y'all threw everybody off.
Who did?
I did, because they scrambling. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
with your host, Keith Parris.
Welcome. Hey, do I get any like brownie points for coming in the weather?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do. You do. And I can tell you exactly what those are now. Your listeners love you.
No, again, and I told Clark, you was right, because a young lady called in. She didn't want to be on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I just want to tell y'all, thank you for pressing your way through the snow and giving us the news that we needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, that means a lot, and thank y'all for actually doing it. I started to hang up on her.
Yeah, I know you did. Clark can tell you if he were to go back through the comments, there are folks on there just saying, "Hey, man, thank y'all.
Yeah,
thank y'all for being on today." It's hard enough. And I remember earlier when we were talking, they said, "Well, you think Keith gonna come in?" I said, "Oh, he's married. He's coming.
Oh, yeah.
He's married. He's coming in." Oh yeah, he wouldn't miss the opportunity.
Because if I was Keith, I'd have stayed home and had my phone like this and been in the man cave.
No, I thought about that as I was driving in. I don't want nobody looking at my house.
This cat is ignorant, man.
It's all up in my house. I know we first, when COVID happened, we first went to, like video, and you be going like, damn, Debo got a nice crib. And then you go to some others not so nice.
Yeah.
Right.
See, but you could just blur your whole background.
No, man, I don't want. I already got some. Michelle done put the word out about how bougie I am, and I would have had a fire going in the back. And then somebody said, "This Negro here." Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
Doing all right, brother.
All right. Hey, man, I got to say it, man. Popeyes, man, they always ain't got something. I don't know if they be listening to Chris Tucker, man. You ain't got no Kool-Aid, no whatever, man. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no ketchup. They ain't got no honey.
No employees.
They got one chicken leg. They always ain't
Thank you for the Friday reference, brother.
They got attitude. They got attitude, too. Like, yeah, we ain't got no change. We got a car. I'm like, wow, y'all ain't got nothing. I don't know what's going on with
cook that home.
Coming in here expecting us to feed you.
Yeah, we up here like it ain't like you give the food away for free.
Right, that part, because if we don't come again, you won't get a paycheck.
Right.
I don't know if people understand that piece.
Like,
I never understood like
correlation between the
if
two.
you're a drug dealer, why would you sell killer dope?
Yeah, no one
killing your clientele.
Right.
I mean, but that's just like down the street. Like you come through the drive-through, and they ask you to pull around by the door. Now, this happened to me. So I do have to say,
got another one now.
Now listen, I had pulled up and ordered my food. I pulled up, ordered my food, and they was like, "Well, can you pull over to the side to the other door?" So I asked the question: "Is it going to change the wait time for me waiting?" And they was like, "No." I'm perfectly fine waiting right here.
Okay, I'll explain it to you.
I already know what it is.
No, I'll explain it to you.
That's not right.
No. Actually, it is, because it's holding them accountable. If you fast
It's
forward,
also holding up the line.
yeah, no, because you sending everybody over there because you don't
Not
have
everybody.
it.
There's some folks' orders going to come out before yours.
But listen, I've seen it because they have a line over at the door, waiting over at the door. But that's because everybody that's in that line is on the ticker, and you have a certain amount of time.
I got a question for you. Right along with that. When you go to a Chick-fil-A or you go to Culver's, don't they tell everybody to pull over here?
No. But at this particular spot right here,
what's the difference?
They white people.
No.
Wait, I'm saying
because that's where you wait at.
Exactly.
But
because
that's where you wait at. That's where you wait at, because they have it set for you to pull there, and they have a number on the screen.
Every order gets pulled. Gets parked
for Culver's, but since
McDonald's,
we go on there,
the McDonald's on North Avenue.
So since we go on there,
67th and North, they either put you on North Avenue.
I mean, but you know why they do that though?
No, because it depends on what you order.
No, it's not, bro. It's all on that clock, because the management and corporate is looking at that clock, and you got to meet a certain time. That's why
Right.
it's fast food.
That's fine.
But they would pull you around so they don't get in trouble.
But some of
that's
that,
not on me.
Some of that could be that you got a special order.
No, it's
you might want no onions or whatever.
Doc, I ordered a biscuit, an egg and cheese biscuit,
and they parked you.
I swear to God.
You know what took the time?
What?
The cheese. Caller, welcome to the program. That's what delayed your order. You could have just got an egg biscuit,
and then you would
but
have
no, they had to add cheese.
Oh, man.
Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I just want to let you know that. But the gentleman that just said about our north, that's true. My daughter did a mobile order. We got there like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later. It wasn't even ready. They made us pull on north.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
And
Okay, now, okay, hold on. I'm a journalist, so I have a professional responsibility to ask.
Okay, you're right.
What did you order?
Okay, she ordered a frappe and the bagel biscuit.
There you
I mean the bagel with the cheese and sausage.
Stop there. It was the cheese. Y'all need to stop ordering cheese on your food. You slowing down your order.
Before you guys, listen, please. Why do we keep going to these places and they treat us wrong with our money?
Yeah.
For instance, I'm not gonna say no place. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
There's a place that's selling certain food, and it's supposed to be pepper and steak. Right? Onions. Why am I getting a lot of onions and green peppers, man? And then when you say something, they get an attitude. They go start speaking that language. No.
Oh, Chinese.
You know what I said? You don't have to have a word about me coming back.
So you don't buy you leave store.
Straight full of onions.
Chinese food.
Wrong place.
I feel sorry for your mother.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Another thing I got something to tell you guys.
And another thing. Go ahead.
Stop going to JJ. That one on Capitol, the bathroom is filthy. I don't know if they cleaned it up. I went in there. I said, I'll get my money back.
It so is. Yes.
This one right here.
Y'all need to stop eating at those places.
Wait, 60 some odd in Capitol?
They ain't keeping the food clean.
Yes,
and that's
bro.
all I got to say about that. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right.
Hey, she not lying about that because, boy, I went in to tinkle and I ran up out of there.
You tinkle?
Yeah, I tinkle.
He said it, man. I want to be sure that's how he wanted to put that out there.
As we call it, religious circles. Number
Right.
one. Number one.
So let me ask you. So if you put this one up to tip out to go do number one, do you put this one up when you tip it out?
That was for school.
Yeah, so
Really?
That was school. Yeah, that was school. But this all. Yes, Michelle, it all goes back to slavery.
Oh, jeez, here we
It
go.
all goes back to
School, mock chicken leg, maybe.
No.
But wait, let me tell y'all what happened to me. Girl asked me, I placed my order. I said, let me get a double cheeseburger.
I need to let that cheese.
And you know what? She wait, Keith.
Hold up the time.
Keith, this is what messed me up. She said, you want cheese on it?
You say you just asked for it.
No, it was this. Now you have to be like, what is that? What is it's not real meat.
Amazing Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger.
Oh, plant.
So this young lady not understanding that there's a reason why people eat that plant-based burger. She said, do you want cheese on it? Dude lost his mind.
Wow.
Really?
Because it's a dairy product. Obviously, it's an animal fat. No, that's why I'm eating the whole vegetable, more plant-based. Which is, this came up in the Sunday school lesson a couple of weeks ago. And that whole story of Daniel and Daniel not eating Babylonian food. But they talked about how they went to a plant-based diet and they were healthier because they went to a plant-based diet as opposed to probably the fat, the pork, all the things that they were eating in Babylon.
So I mean, back then the meat wasn't processed how it was processed.
And that was the whole
now.
thing, where you store meat and the whole thing. But their whole thing was there was no meat. It was vegan.
Yeah.
And how they said, look at our skin,
Yeah.
look at, just how, and if I could get off of meat,
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
let me ask you, why did they kill the fattest calf?
Who?
Because back then
In the Bible days, why did like
when his son came home,
the prodigal son came
So
home?
when
Why
son-
did they kill the fattest calf if they wasn't eating meat?
No.
no. That was during the Babylonian captivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is different. This was and then that was a parable that Jesus
killed the fattest calf.
Yeah, that gets it. But no, I'm just saying in terms of, and we, because even last night, Rhonda was trying to figure out, well, how do we get? Because I don't eat enough green leafy vegetables.
Okay.
Because again, man, I'm telling you, boy, I'm a carnivore.
Do you eat spinach?
Oh yeah, I love spinach.
Yeah, I mean, if you eat a whole lot
Greens,
of that,
cabbage.
Yeah.
No, don't eat cabbage.
You don't
you
eat cabbage?
I eat coleslaw, but I don't eat cabbage.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's
How you eat
weird.
coleslaw? And
I'm
don't
gonna
eat
tell you why I
cabbage?
don't eat cabbage. We ate a lot of it when I was a kid, and so there's some things on my list just because we ate so much of it
that you won't fool with.
I don't fool with it
Wait,
anymore.
so what was the name of that sweet peanut butter back in the day that it was nasty, man? It wasn't Skippy, but it was a sweet.
Not the one that had the peanut butter and the jelly mixed in the same jar.
No. This was a sweet peanut butter. It was sweet.
peanut butter.
Yeah, man. It wasn't Skippy.
It had to be one of the generic
It
ones.
wasn't. It was a generic.
Well, that explains it right there.
Like, man, it was so much sugar in that peanut butter, man.
Remember y'all was talking about those big bags of the rice puffs?
Cereals.
You begging your mama to get you a box of cereal. She coming with a big old bag, man. We gotta eat, y'all.
Honey Smacks was just called Smacks.
Oh, honey.
Well, no honey in them joints.
What was Martin Lawrence talking about? His mother had bought him some Hikeys.
Oh.
You in trouble when your shoes don't come in a box.
Yeah,
They come
but when you
in
get them
caps.
out of a bin,
That little
when your
thing
shoes
where
come
they
out of the
go-
bin.
Oh man, oh boy! Look at how far he has brought us. Tell me about it. A mighty long way. I was telling we had American Baptist College in for our rally day, and so I was just telling the brothers my experience down there. Now I'm 18 years old. All 18-year-olds do is eat.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You always hungry.
Yeah.
And this school didn't have a cafeteria I had been used to. You get that institutional. We ate soul food every day. We ate every day. And I'm telling you, two things I don't eat anymore. Didn't like it any. Okra, because that was every other day, and pork steaks.
Yeah.
To this day, I won't eat a pork steak. And I got a buddy, he swear by it. But let me tell this quick story, though, man. Carl, I'm going to get you. My buddy put on Facebook, he was going out buying a turntable. So he was talking about how bad people are, how they treat you.
Yeah.
So he's going to a private owner in a private house. And I think he was trying to say he's incontinent, he's doing. So he goes to the person's house to buy the turntable, and he asked to use their bathroom. And they told him no. He was offended. I said, first of all, I don't know if I go into anybody's house unless I absolutely really had to and ask to use the bathroom. Now,
Well,
Here come. We'll get ready.
no, I mean, for me, if you come by my house, if you need to use the restroom, it's clean anyway. Go use it. If you want some water out of the
he ain't in there
refrigerator,
peeing, though.
now you can't use it. so now you can't use it. Now,
Right.
Now if it's number one and you need to drain your snake, that's different. But if you talking about sitting down, kicking up your feet, nah, brother, I can't have that.
Ain't nobody do number two over here but me.
No.
Carla, welcome to the program.
I heard you when you were talking about meat and people going to plant-based diets. Listen, it depends on your blood type, man. Because if you are O positive or O negative and you try to go plant-based, you're gonna be probably sicker than you was because your body creates more acid. And then something else I want to say. When we go to the store looking around for meat, them big old pretty steaks, it's something you gotta look for on that meat. It ain't gonna say biochemistry and all that. It's gonna say cell culture. Look for that word cell culture on your meat. When it say cell culture, you know what that means? It's grown food. It's not them steaks be pretty, bro. Look at the word. It ain't gonna have no big scary word on it. Look for cell culture. That means that it's been biologically made in it's chemistry put together that meat. And we be thinking, oh, we getting the best. We getting this. Oh, look how pretty that is. Look at that word, cell culture. That's what they getting that back. And it's been government regulated, government approved to do this. Now with that, y'all be careful on trying to go to a plant-based deal, especially if your body creates more acid than other blood types. Because now you actually, I don't know if it's in the DNA, we've evolved that way, but some people are just meat eaters because what else you gonna do with that acid in your stomach? Your body produced that. You think you got acid reflux and all of that because you don't went to a plant-based trying to do the right thing. Sometimes we need to look it over and check it out. But look at that word when you go shopping. For real. Yeah, cell culture. That'll get you. See you later, brother.
Yeah, he got a point. First time I ever agreed with that dude.
Oh, he done dropped some knowledge. I went to give blood at Versity, and boy, oh boy, they like my blood. They said because you can do just a normal blood, but then there's another one where it takes a little bit longer where they separate your blood.
Oh.
But she was saying you got so much iron in your blood. So I think when I go back in April for my next. I'm gonna do that where they separate my blood.
Wow. So the plasma, they take the plasma out or something.
Yeah, she was saying that I just did a general thing, and but she was going like, "Do you want to do so?" I'll take a little time and I'll go and I'll give some blood. No, we gotta go.
Yeah, do take a break.
All right. Hey, you're listening to Community Voice, joined by Debo. Mr. Debo himself. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Host Keith Parris.
I don't know. I know it's been a week, but there's still drama around Jesse Jackson and the funeral.
Really?
And in particular, and I didn't know this, that Obama got in Jesse Jackson Jr.'s grill and said, "Don't let the grief blind you. There's some other things going on here. And I know you all up in your feelings that your daddy died, but, there's just some other things going on." The fact that these folks those three presidents all had some issues with Jesse Jackson, that's real talk. And so, yeah, but my understanding is that he kind of let Jesse know he didn't appreciate him putting him on blast on some things where he was saying that, in some ways he didn't undermine him, but he was out there hating on him, his daddy, because there's a certain level of jealousy that he might have experienced because Obama, who I don't know if it was him or somebody else who was saying that one of the reasons why Obama was more acceptable to white folks was because he was light-skinned. And they were saying that a dark brother probably wouldn't have the same shot. And there's probably some truth to that. It could also be, even with black folks, that some folks might look and go, "Oh, okay." But I just know, and look, I understand, and I don't know when that primary is coming up for Jesse Jackson Jr. is running for his old congressional seat. I think that's the 2nd district in Chicago. But he has, I know that he's been diagnosed as bipolar, and it was, I get frustrated at funerals. Part of it is, well, let me do this. If you have a funeral at that church, I know all the stuff you want to do, but a funeral, an obsequy, is a right of the church, RITE. Okay. And so then those rights are governed by certain things. And the stuff that we put into funerals, and here's the crazy thing, that person's dead. That person's dead. And it turns into a platform for a lot of different things. And this is just a person who has to do X number of them. I'm the favorite niece. Oh, man, why is that important? But you sit up dealing with your needs, your need for attention, right? And then it just happened to be at Big Mama's funeral. I know, and people get mad because the pastor, I know this one particular pastor, they were going to do a final viewing. He said, "No, we don't do final viewings here." And I know the family was offended, but here's the deal. It's a right of the church.
And from what I was told, because I know some pastors that actually do that, some of them say, man, that they don't want the family to have to deal with that grief of carrying on the grief, because you do one viewing and you let them get it out, but then once you close the casket, that's the beginning part of the recovery, of the healing part. But if you open it again, then you kind of reopen up that wound.
I just, and again, this is Keith. I just think there should be a certain dignity and decorum. Now, look, I don't mind you having church. That's different to me. I don't mind the worship piece of it, but some of the stuff that people do, and maybe I'm wrong. It's about attention, and where the focus is on you, where clearly the focus should be on the life of the person that we're celebrating, that we're honoring. And are we really honoring that person? I've heard people get up and tell some stories that should have went to the grave with them.
Yeah.
And again, and I don't know if it's how people process grief, this idea of attention. One of the things that became obvious at Jesse Jackson's funeral, because he was a preacher and there was a whole lot of preachers, every preacher get up trying to out-preach every preacher that got up before.
Yeah, it was
right?
a measuring contest.
Right. So as opposed to just giving remarks, tell them one story and then keep it moving and then allow somebody. I don't even know why we give people the time frames, because that is so violated.
Man, they don't, and that's what I don't understand. Because for them to be so holy, because I did a funeral, and this lady, she would beat you shouting, speak in tongues and all type of tongues. And they said, before these people came up, they said, everybody 2 minutes. Don't go over the 2 minutes. This lady looked at me and said, they not talking to me. I'm going to do what I want to do. Do you know this? And they was like, don't sing a song. If you're not on program to sing, don't sing. She looked at me and said, they not talking to me. I'm going to do what I want to do. Do you know Sweeping Through the City? I'm looking at her like, they just told you not to sing a song. So you gonna disobey what they asking you to do.
And it's about you at this point.
Yeah.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, Mr. Parris, here's something that I wanted you to add to what you were talking about with our dearly departed and honorable brother Jesse Jackson Sr. They also said that they chose Barack over him, or selected him, because Jesse spoke what they call the Negro dialect, and Obama did not speak the Negro dialect. So I believe the guy, his name was Reed or something Reed. He was a Caucasian congressperson, and he said this, and it's recorded. I may not have his name correct, but it is on record. And there's a visual expression of him making this statement, and he was surrounded by some others, and they said that one of the distinctions between Obama and Brother Jackson is that Obama did not speak the Negro or the other word ER dialect, as opposed to our brother Jesse Jackson. So that's something that they said out of their mouths. Thank you.
And I know Obama, I didn't realize, I thought he was up for 18 minutes. He was up for 28 minutes.
Was he? It didn't seem long.
Well, when it's interesting.
Well, probably because he was flowing. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, he was up for 28 minutes. And again, I just, I heard it when I was a kid so much. Dr. Kelly used to say, and he would quote that, everything should be done decently and in order.
Yes, sir.
And I understand that there's a certain flow that we have to Black worship. But, some of this stuff is just us. And, I would suggest to the families that you need to designate who you want to speak. Because I had a situation where sister had much attitude with me, and I'm kind of going like, well, one, you need to get to the cemetery. That's that whole other piece that people are missing, and so, lining them up is like herding cats, it's all of that. I'm because sometimes simplicity can be so profound. It really can be. I mean, it would have so much more impact. And they started losing people at Jesse Jackson's funeral, at the 3-hour mark. And then because of the celebrities that are there, folks want to be able to say, I got a chance to shake Obama's hand. We're here for a funeral, y'all. And so I don't know. It's just my frustration. You try to sit there, you watch it. And the families, they feel all kind of ways if you go in there and saying, well, no, here is how we need to do it. Several of my Catholic friends, I love what they do at a Catholic funeral mass. It's the mass. You might get one person up to do the eulogy, because the eulogy is speaking well of someone. That's not necessarily the message you get from the minister, the homily. Yeah. Those are two different things sometimes. If the homilist knows you, then it can be a eulogy because they know you. but it's a right of the church, and people are so demanding, and I don't know. But that's just the level of frustration I have.
No, I can see the where you're coming from, because playing at funerals, you'll see, they would open up the pulpit for preachers and ministers. Hey, come on up if you're a pastor, preaching, whatever, come up. Some of these guys will get up, and depending on who's there and how many people is there, they turn it into a whole situation. So now it's about them, and and if they have a word, and sometimes it's not the time for you to give a word that you might feel in your spirit, because you can extend the service and they got to get to the funeral home, and they got somebody that's doing the
We got a
eulogy.
preacher.
They got a preacher already. So for you to get up claiming you want to stir the people, the last caller just said something that I've heard preachers say all the time. Speak up to be heard. No, stand up to be seen. Speak up to be heard, but sit down to be appreciated. And that is so true, because you have some preachers that would get up and they see the crowd and they think it's Sunday morning for them, because they don't get the
Well,
opportunity
my mom
to.
used to say that. She said, "Now, how many times they're gonna be in front of 500 people?"
That part.
It's ego. It's sometimes, like I say, you can just a little can go a long way.
Yeah.
And people gonna shut you down anyway, because now they think you up there babbling. Where one good story, and then kind of go on, and then the other thing, people are always trying to, I shouldn't say always, but people want to say that was. Now sometimes it's your boy, and everybody know that's your ride or die. So people are gonna expect that, but not the fifth cousin twice removed.
Right. Right.
Carla, welcome to the program.
No,
okay. I just and then people, and here's one that just really grinds my gears. This is hard.
Well,
And
what
why
you
you
up
up here?
for?
What
No,
you up here for?
wait, no.
Don't if it you should have worked out as hard before you got on the mic.
Or they get up to sing and say, "Whew, I don't know how I'm gonna do this." So you didn't think about this before you got up?
Look, and I know you feeling what you feeling.
But you felt that before you stood up.
And then all the talk, all those I ain't a talker that keep on talking. If you ain't a talker,
why you
still talking?
No. How about one better than that? Why did you get in the line? That's like me. I'm not an ice hockey player, so I'm not gonna sign up for ice hockey.
It's rare for me ever to get up and do open mic. I hate open mic at funerals. I think you need to designate who the speakers are. I hate open mic because it can be sometimes winos wandering off the street. Didn't know this dude from Adam. Sound like he was a pretty decent dude.
Hey,
why you here?
You know what? That could have been my story when I accidentally went to the wrong funeral last year. I left here, went next door, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm like, I started noticing about like 5-10 minutes after being in there. I'm like, wait a minute, nobody looks familiar.
That happened to us. We went out to the cemetery. It was OB's Northwest.
OB, yeah.
They got the white, they had the white cars.
Yeah.
So I don't usually go. I don't like being in the.
In the line.
I just go straight to the cemetery, wait for them to come in. Yeah. But somebody said, "Oh, I know where they're gonna be buried." I said, "Where?" I said, "Over here." So we go up to what we call Metro Hill because there's so many people from Metropolitan buried on this hill, and so I get out the car. I'm looking around. I was like, I know there was a lot of people at Rob's funeral, but I don't recognize any of these people. And where I'm sitting, I see who's there, right? Because I'm sitting in the pulpit.
Right.
I'm like, I don't recognize any of these people. And so we looked around, then looked down the hill. Here comes Robert, right? And the other set of white cars that Northwest had, right? Then we had to walk up the hill in the snow. Oh man, that was like, yeah. So you can show up at the wrong spot at the wrong funeral, and not know anybody there.
Yeah, Doc, I think I was crying for nothing.
Yeah, you wasted all that grief.
Yeah, man.
It's tomorrow?
Hey, I swear, I was like, is it such a? It's like, no, man, that's tomorrow. So what? Yeah, that's tomorrow.
I'm a
Man,
little disappointed today
I got to do this again.
because they canceled.
The drive-by.
Magic City today was going to be Magic City Monday.
Hey, but you still getting lemon
I'm still a
pepper
little
wings.
salty at DJ.
Yeah.
You messed it all up, DJ. They listening to you.
You young bucks, you don't know what
They
nothing about.
messed it all up, man. But they so yeah. You know, I mentioned I was talking about conspiracies yesterday in the message.
Yeah.
And I said, it goes back to Julius Caesar.
Oh,
And I didn't realize it was the Ides of March. So
the Ides of March.
that's when Julius Caesar, I think March 14th is when he
Really?
Yeah, and that's a little backstory about everybody talks about it was the Cassius and Brutus who had betrayed him, but it was his good buddy that convinced him to show up because they told him, dude, you probably gonna die. But his friends appealed to what's his name, Dunamis. He appealed to his vanity. Said, man, they get ready to honor you. You might want to show up to get your award.
Man,
Wrong.
they put a message in the bottle.
Oh man, wrong. Yeah. It was like, man, you picked the wrong day
To show up.
Because they were laying in wait. And then the thing about that was everybody had to stab them. Everybody had to stab them.
Everybody.
You all part of the conspiracy with a Q. Everybody. Everybody.
Nah.
And that's when with Brutus, and he said, too, Brute. Like you my boy.
It's like, so you gonna stab me too?
You gonna stab me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have paid more attention in high school to Julius Caesar. Sister Wilma was teaching Julius Caesar. It wasn't until later in life I go, this is a great story.
No, I always thought Julius Caesar was some made up white dude from Spain.
No. He was like a great Roman. He really conquered the world. And but it also shows something about this idea of power and how what people will do for power and how you can become too big. Those of you who did you ever see the Mac?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And remember when Blind Man was talking to Goldie?
Yeah.
And what did he say? The man said, you're getting too big.
You're too big. Yeah.
You're getting too big.
So who was Cesar Chavez?
Cesar Chavez led the migrant workers in California.
Okay.
United Farm Workers. So he led them. I know we have a tendency to think that because of our unique experience as enslaved and formerly enslaved people, that we were the only ones experiencing racism. That's not the case. Or hardship. I heard something I was reading about Cesar Chavez, and they were talking about when I was in the South. One summer I went down to visit. I went to chop cotton. Chopping cotton is where you take a hoe and you clear the weeds away from around the cotton so it doesn't choke the plant. That's HOE, the garden tool. That is about maybe 4 feet. The farm workers in California that did the lettuce worked with something called a short hoe, HOE. It was half the size of a regular hoe. So you'd have to bend, right? I mean, like really do a deep bend in order to clear And you begin to think about the hardship. They had no facilities to use the bathroom. Right. It was brutal work. So just as the folks who were chopping cotton and picking cotton in the South, it was the same thing with those farm workers. So when I hear Meachers and others calling in talking about how, they're taking our jobs, no, they're jobs that Americans don't want to do. And if you're properly situated in such a way, why would because it's back-breaking hard work. You're out in the elements. It's hard, man. It's hard. So Well, anyway, looks like Capital is going to be clear for me to go home.
Yeah, for you. Yeah, it is clear. I mean, they came through and hit the streets, so
Anybody watch Paradise?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, I'm addicted to Paradise.
Paradise.
Man.
What's that?
It's Sterling Brown. Oh man, it's so good.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, they had when we were at the Urban League luncheon, I realized Ebony watches it, right? And so I'm talking about it. She said, "You need to stop because I haven't watched it." Yeah, I'm just like, well, you need to get caught up.
Do it come on regular TV?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu, okay.
It's got my attention. That's always like a good episodic thing where you got plot twist and you looking like, now what was he thinking when he did that? I have not been that wrapped up in a program in maybe since the morning show.
Wow.
I really got into the morning show. I got into that. That was on Apple. But man, when you get a real good, I know people got CSI, where you really identify with with the characters,
right,
but the plot line. But I can see why people out talking about Paradise because it's you got a whole lot of stuff going on and trying to keep up with it. So anyway, hey man, Clark, appreciate you being able to make it in. Debo, thank you. Jermaine, thank you. Man, I was amazed that when I got here, we full staff.
Yeah, surprise.
And again, and I just didn't want y'all, seeing what my crib looked like. Because I just took down Camp Kennedy. She has this little pup tent.
Oh, that she put up?
Yeah. First of all, just putting it up. But she had put books in there. She had a pillow in there. She had a blanket in there. Puzzles in there.
That's crazy because that brings back memories of childhood of when we used to do. Like we'll take a big cover,
make a fort,
and make a fort.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, she would get in there, and that's her isolated space. Where she's blocked off from the world. She put all this stuff up in there. I'm going, so breaking the tent down. So I made a little sign and hung it up there. Camp Kennedy, KAMP KENNEDI.
Camp Kennedy.
Camp Kennedy.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Oh
yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Hold on, you get this. And I bet that when you was taking it down, you was like,
down. No, that's what I'm gonna say at her graduation.
Cold.
I knew this dude. Anyway, and I should be set up because I'm going to be talking about you being a representative of the Greenfield.
Yeah.
People look at me. Aren't you a representative of Dominican?
Yeah.
Your mama should get her money back.
Everybody should get a refund.
Everybody should get a refund. Anyway, let me shout out the Whitefish Bay.
They was balling.
Yeah. But who did Wauwatosa East lose to? Double overtime.
Don't remember.
Yeah, they lost in double overtime. Yeah, the boys are this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And March Madness.
Man, they've been balling, man. I love it. I love it. I've been
Wisconsin's a 5 seed.
5 seed. Marquette didn't get in, right?
Yeah, Marquette had a losing record.
Yeah, they was terrible.
Yeah. I don't even know if they're good enough
to get
for
people
NIT.
through the portal, man.
Well, NIL costs money.
Yeah, but they said that Shaka was going to start looking into the transfer portal.
Well, if you want to compete in this new environment, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
But it's also money. So I tell you, somebody who really, really, really did well with that was Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt went from the doormat of the SEC to one, and I'm just football, women's basketball, men's basketball. They were always strong in baseball. Well, Nebraska was always.
They was always good in football.
Did they make the tournament?
Yes. And they played Troy.
Oh,
no, they haven't won.
That's out of Georgia, right? Troy State. Yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, good Lord willing, Creek don't rise. Hope to talk. Creek don't rise. The snow don't get no higher.
Yeah.
Hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.